maybe some people have seen that we're now Revive TV on YouTube, and we're uploading some really cool stuff. There's a saying in the Bible. Hello and welcome everybody back to the 167 podcast. Feels awesome to be able to say that again.
It is. It's been, wait, do you know how long it's been?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah. Like a couple of thousand minutes. But it's almost a year, I think, since our last podcast.
Yeah.
Can you even believe that?
I can't. It's been so long, but a lot has been happening. We've been doing a lot of stuff, but we're very excited to be back. 167ing. Come on.
Again, but like we've been away so long, and we've had people say, "When is the 167 coming back?" We was like, we were playing to the crowd.
I think that's putting it politely. I have been challenged.
You've been challenged
in public settings, asking for the 167 to make a return.
That's quite awkward.
So we've been forced, but also
got to give the people what they want.
But also, we've really wanted to come back and have these chats again.
And what is the 167s? Because it's been, like you said, it's been a minute.
We have to just remember to do all these things. The
intros.
167 is a place, is 168 hours in a week. Hopefully one of those hours are spent in a house of worship in a church somewhere, but you still have a whole lot more hours in the week to learn, to grow, to have value added to your life. So that is the whole heart and vision behind these conversations that we like to have. I'm Phil. If you are joining for the first time, or maybe this is the first 167 podcast you're watching, and I'm joined by Swen. And we've actually been doing quite a few of these.
We have.
But now we're coming back.
Yeah. This is kind of like the new evolution, season 3.0.
Yeah.
Because we've done, we started it like 2 or 3 years ago. In COVID, we started it.
Yeah.
Then we were going up until last year. And then a whole bunch of stuff obviously changed since. And I feel like we haven't had a chance to even speak to our audience about what's been happening with the 167 because of all the changes that we've been going through, and so we've changed from a church called View Church Sunningdale into relaunched as Revive Church.
Yeah, man, so good.
So we've gone through this whole revolutionary change, and so.
And then we moved buildings.
We did. We've moved to a venue. It's been a school.
Yeah. So we've been, our church, Revive Church, we've been operating now out of Sunningdale Primary School, which has been amazing. But there has been a lot of big changes, really good changes. I mean, I've been loving church at Sunningdale Primary School. Right. They've been amazing, accommodating us, and really some of the things that we've seen God do, and the atmosphere on a Sunday has been brilliant.
That's right.
And we've really been focusing on our media and on our content, and trying our best. I mean, the vision for our church is to help people find life and purpose, to see revival in our city, and we're wanting to take that super seriously with our content and with our media as well. So there have been some big changes as well to our YouTube presence. Maybe some people have seen that we're now Revive TV on YouTube, and we're uploading some really cool stuff. Yeah, I've been so enjoying uploading not only our weekly messages and some of the shorts, but we're adding some stories, testimonies from the amazing people in our church. We filmed some devotionals. Yeah. Good. Which is going to be amazing, and add those on, and that is going to be the home of the 167 podcast as well.
That's right. You just dropped that right out there. We're moving the 167 podcast into Revive TV. Yeah. So it's still going to be like a podcast called 167, like housed within the Revive TV. I want to say network. I really want to use the word.
I think network encapsulates.
Could we ultimately, what we're trying to do for Revive Church is become a media mogul.
Yeah.
Right? We're just trying to produce so much media. But why, Phil? Why? Yeah. Why? The people want to know, why are we moving from 167 as its own channel, its own platform in under Revive?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to answer another question first, is why media is so important. You want to be where people are. And I think so many people are occupying the media space, and these are conversations we've had, and even probably on this channel. But we feel so strongly as a church to be on the phones, to be on the computers, to be on the laptops of the people that are in our church, people that aren't in our church, to try to provide this life-giving, value-adding content. So that's why we feel so strongly about the stories and the Revive TV, and why we want to put 167 and also all of the other things and videos that we're making on one channel. It's because we want to make it accessible and we want to make it easy for people to come and to land on a channel, land on Revive TV, and then kind of have all these options. It's it's Willy Wonka's chocolate factory there for value-adding, life-giving content. You can find what you're looking for. And we're all in different seasons, going through different moments, and maybe what you're needing is not the 167, but maybe it's a devotional thought. Maybe you need to be inspired by somebody else's story or journey, and by doing it all on the Revive channel, under that banner, under that network, you can do that.
That's
and you can find everything that you need. And we're really right in the beginning phases of it. I mean,
we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the way that we see it is that, exactly like you said, but it's called Revive TV because we want it to be like a TV station, right? And TVs have different episodes and different stories running 24/7. And it was so amazing to me. I was looking. I went probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Went to go sit at Bootleggers to just kind of flesh out some stuff for myself. And I took a moment to stop and look around to see what people were doing. And I promise you, not everybody.
I already know what they're doing.
But they're all like, they're on their phones like this, having a look and scrolling and checking stuff out. And ultimately, the television has moved from the lounge into the palm of our hands and the access to information. And so, like what you're saying is we want to bring content that's going to help. It's going to help in the 167 hours of the week to add value. And we want to add so ridiculous value that people just go, Flip, I need something today. And they know exactly where to go.
We want an overflow. We want so much, we want so much content. We want to give anybody who stumbles on our channel so many options to be able to find God, like you're saying. I mean, it's moved from the lounge to the pocket. It's wherever you are, you can find something that can add value to your life, and we believe in this thing. And even for you on your personal channels, you've upped your.
Are we just dropping some?
Yeah,
I'll
plug you, dude. I'll plug you. Swen has also been doing amazing content and videos and stuff like it. What have you found? What have been some of the interesting kind of things you've come across? Even just as you've been posting daily, you've been posting different stuff, you've done devotionals, you've done interviews. What have you found in your personal capacity?
Yeah, I think Dumi's helping me a lot with producing content on different levels, and what we're talking, kind of what the goal is what we're learning from others is that at the end of the day, you need people's attention. Yeah, and people's attention is online. So it doesn't mean that we're trying to build like this church online or anything like that. We're just trying to find people's attention and use that attention to draw them in either to church or into a growing relationship with God, discipling people, helping people, like you said, find life and purpose through Jesus. And so we're trying to get to where people's attention is at, which is all online. Heard one guy say that it used to be newspapers, then it was the radio, then it was the TV, internet. It's all on social, right? And so that's where attention is, and so that's where we want to be. Good. When the early church was started, where was the attention? It was in the marketplaces. It was at the rivers. So we're just trying to find those common points and then help people wherever they're at, add ridiculous amounts of value. And so some people you see, there's the trolls who just drop and run. Like I saw on our Revive TV comments, fraudsters. I'm like, cool, bro, you don't even know us. Or girl, I don't know. But so I've had on our personal stuff, I've had things of like, wow, this is just what I needed to hear today. I was so encouraged by this thing that you said. And then other people, I was been able to have some conversations with some Muslim people around Jesus. And again, not to convince, because I think as soon as you try to convince someone in a chat,
or in a comment section,
always lose. So it's just about, hey, we value you. I'm not saying anything against you. But this is how I see it. And I appreciate your time and your comment. Because if someone's going to write that much on your feed, like they've taken a lot of time. So I always say thank you for your time and your engagement. It helps the channel.
Remember to like.
Yeah. And obviously we like been doing these like little short videos and stuff as well, which I know is coming through on Revive TV as well. And what's that doing? It's actually helping us to reach more people. And then the longer videos is actually helping to build the people that are already there.
Yeah, the discipleship.
So I think it's going to be an ever evolving sort of thing. And we don't know what we're doing, but we're doing more than what we
did before.
And I think it's working so far. You know,
I think so. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my involvement as well, and learning more about YouTube and trying to find people where they are. And I think what's also going to be super helpful are those comment sections and the guys that watch our videos and are part of the community, letting us know where they're at and how we can help them and content that they might be looking for. And we're so excited for the future. Yes. We're excited to film good conversations and try to be as helpful as we can and speak about things that are happening in the world and also things that maybe people need to hear.
That's good.
But the future's so bright and we're just having a good go.
Do we call you the network manager for Revive TV, or what do we call you?
I'm not upset at that. I like network director.
Network director, that does play more into the strengths, right?
I'm not upset with that name.
I think that could stick.
Listen, if I'm directing something, I'm stoked.
And you know what? It's also good that we have lots of different people and faces on the channel, because people don't look. You preach amazingly. I preach okay, but people don't just want to hear from us. No. You know, they want to hear from a variety of people, and so 167 is a slice of that. It's a flavor of that, because some people don't want to consume content this way, but they'll consume it in another way.
Yeah.
And I think what we want to have is maybe a bit more intentional conversations about questions that people are asking. And so people want to help us to actually build
to do that.
The 167 podcast in a way that's going to meet their needs where they're at.
Yeah.
To even drop questions like in the comment section, or send messages through on Instagram or Facebook, on our Revive TV channels, like send it through there, so that because we want to answer the questions that people are asking and not just talk about whatever we feel like talking about. You know? 'Cause we want to bring that ridiculous value add to people.
Yeah, and I think we've learned that lesson. Hey, like we've tried to be as helpful always as we possibly can be, but we really love to get to the heart of where people are at, and we need to hear from our community to do that. So we encourage everybody to reach out to us in whatever form. Comment sections on YouTube are great. So if it's something like that, or if it's on our Instagram, Revive
or
Church.
Audio podcasts. I know there's a way to feedback on those channels as well.
Yeah.
And if we don't get questions, we just ridiculously clickbait this thing. Blatantly click on it.
Yeah, and I love what you said there about hearing different voices as well. I mean, I've really enjoyed. There's a playlist there on our Revive TV channel called Revive Stories.
That's been fantastic.
Man,
tell people what that's.
And if you want to check out Revive TV and Revive Stories, man, it really is just the testimonies, the stories of some amazing people in our church. They're not very long videos, 15 to 20 minutes, and just finding out about people's lives, what God has been doing in their lives. And I find that so inspirational, because your story is unique to you. It's what God is doing in your life and what he's moved, and some of the highs and some of the lows. But I get so inspired hearing other people's stories. That's great. It just fires me up, and sometimes you can relate to somebody's story maybe more than somebody else's. So I'd encourage you, if you're looking for that faith or that inspiration, go and have a look at these Revive Stories, man, because there just might be something in there, or somebody made a decision, or they applied something differently in their lives. That could be the thing that really ticks something over for you.
So true.
It's not always that we need to hear something from like a massive leader or a pastor or a sermon. It's like, man, it's such a wisdom being communicated in these stories.
Absolutely.
Jeez, I've just loved hearing them, and I think people that have heard them as well have enjoyed it.
And what I love about what you were saying is I think that those stories are actually highly shareable.
Yeah, they are.
Because you can fight with you can argue someone's theology, but you can't argue someone's story.
Their experience.
Because that's what's happened in their life. And so it makes it super shareable, super light, almost like a Trojan sneaking in, planting a seed. Trojan seed into someone's life. And if they get connected to that, their world opens up to other like this podcasts and some messages and some shorts that might come out. So I think I'm happy with where the 167 podcast is finding. I think it's finally finding its place.
Yeah.
You know, I think before we were trying this thing and it really was working super well. I thought I was very happy with it, but I feel like it's coming in under the church banner a bit stronger.
Yeah. It's like fulfilling a purpose amongst other things, but together it creates this amazing holistic picture and diet.
Well said.
For people to come and listen and watch. And I think that's why I'm so excited about it. Like, I'm excited for the 167 and I'm excited for what people can get with this as well. And the different forms of content that are going to be available.
So good.
Man, it pumps me up.
So good. And just before we close out, like, because obviously 167, we went through like a few transitions. We did like once a week, then we tried once a month, then we tried every second week, and then we went like, no, all these things weren't really working for us. And we went back to once a week, and we tried to keep up with that schedule. But we're going to do it slightly differently. I don't know if you want to let people know what the plan is.
Yeah, I think what we quite like doing is having some filming days where we can come together and film. So we're going to look at potentially doing one every second week. Which we're quite excited about. So please keep an eye out for that. But the amazing thing now is that just because it might be a week where there isn't a 167 being uploaded, there's going to be something uploaded. There's going to be something helpful or a testimony or a devotional or something that can lift your faith in that moment. So there's never an off week. Let me put it that way. But you're gonna get some fun, helpful conversations at least every second week from the 167.
Good. And if you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe to Revive TV on YouTube, and also I think at the same time subscribe to the audio podcast, because you might want to be running on the treadmill, driving in the car, and be listening to this. Or cooking, cooking with Phil could be a full-on show. I don't know what Demi thinks about that, but cooking with Phil,
I think he knows. Could be a thing. I think the conversation would go well. The food direction, maybe.
But you got the spaghetti thing going for you. So go subscribe to the audio podcast. You can subscribe on Anchor.fm or Spotify, or you can subscribe. I think it's on Apple Podcasts as well. It is. But pretty much, we'll leave the links in the comment section or the description section, and you can find everything you need to know there. And it's been great.
Listen, one thing you got to know is we're back, baby.
We're back.
And we're so excited, man. But stay tuned. Like Swen said, subscribe, push notifications, and then you'll see and hear about all the cool things we're going to be doing.
Good stuff.
We'll see you guys around.
Take care.